Could you be our presiding officer? Or is that...
My friends.
Oh, it's right. It's really, just here. So we haven't switched yet.
Hey, good morning. Can you guys hear me? Or good morning, good evening.
Good morning. Yes, good morning.
It's morning somewhere.
So I actually am not sure, Gina, if I'm supposed to lead the meeting or if you're supposed to lead the meeting, because Vincent is the chair and you're the vice chair.
Oh, okay. I thought it was still you for today.
Taryn can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, we elected Vincent last week to the chair and you remained as the vice chair. So I'm just one of the members.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and start with the roll call, Taryn.
Okay. Commissioner Sherman,
Here.
Commissioner Dodrell,
I'm here.
Commissioner Stanton. Here. Commissioner Shebrel,
Here.
and Chair Bellamo is absent.
All right. First thing is just to approve the minutes from last month. Does anyone want to make a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll move that those are approved.
And a
I'll second.
All right.
Oh.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Nice.
Next thing. Okay. So first thing on the actual list is the sprint into spring planning. Which Kalita, the design was so cool. I love it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
nice one.
Yeah, so we went down to the park and we took pictures of the trees, and then I said, like, Merrick, hey, we want to have something like symbolizing spring, maybe something moving, and these trees for the park background. And
It
my
looks
lovely son drew
yeah.
it for me.
Yeah, it looks just like it. When I looked at it, I was like, oh, that reminds me so much of the trees that are in the.
When you said that, it made me very happy. I'm like,
Oh, good.
yay, that's what it's supposed to be.
So yeah, looks like we got the fire out. I just updated the URL that I have on there so that it goes to the right place. And we're off to the literal races.
Okay. And
So just
then,
Yeah, just a quick question, maybe for staff there, if they'll be the ones that get this out on Facebook and all the different places it needs to go.
yeah, Taryn stepped away for just a second, but I think that was her. We can double check. I think that was her.
Yeah, I there was an email thread and I don't know if it was for between all of us or just us today, but she did mention that she was going to get it on social.
Sure.
The next thing though is shirts,
Yeah.
which we need to move on just like immediately as well. So we need to decide, are we doing cotton with just like a logo, or if we want to do athletic shirts with heat press, and then what does the color logo look like on that if we heat press?
Yeah, it seems like we all kind of tended to want the more athletic shirt for the run.
Okay.
And again, when I talked with Sarah Lake, she said she could do that. It's interesting though, maybe she just didn't mention it, that it would be heat press. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me where we get the shirts from. I know, Stephen, you have a connection. There might be a little bit of ease of doing somebody local, but maybe not. So
so the person that I was talking to, she does all of our search and rescue team for CSAR. So and that's we actually use them all the time, and I run them, and then there's like full color logos that are printed on there.
sure.
So and I think she came in cheaper. So,
Yeah, I think she did. So that would be fine. So I guess we just when we get the number of people that ordered and the sizes, you just let her know, and that's
How long does she need? ahead of
Right.
time?
Yeah, that's the thing is the other thing is going to be who can do it faster. So yeah, I'll have to get in touch with her. She was saying that like 3 weeks is best, but we're probably not going to have that much time. So
Because we're at 4 weeks right now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, and I think the lead time is not necessarily to do the actual printing or heat press. It's just getting the shirts.
yeah.
And I didn't talk with Sarah about if she had a quicker turnaround on actually getting them. So,
I mean, maybe we can look at what happens inside of 1 week and try to do some projections on what we might need and then what we could have on top of that, just day of.
Yeah, well, and we talked about not putting the year on it, right? So we can
Yeah.
use them again.
yeah,
And then
So we
if
could
something,
order.
if we magically sell out of all of those, we just take that off the registration form on the website. And then
Oh,
that
like
way
take it off.
we just remove the pre-order off.
yeah. That's a
And
good
maybe put a note that the shirts are sold out.
Could we, I mean, whoever we go with, if we know how much time they need, can we put that into the link, just saying, like, can that be an add-on, like pre-order shirts until this day?
Yeah, we can do that.
So that it's not an issue if it's like a week out and someone wants
Yeah.
one.
That's a good idea. And then we can order, well, and we could even though,
The other option is that we can mail people shirts or have people pick them up or something wait after if we did like 2 batches. So do a small
that's
one.
true. Like we could edit on there though and say like to have like your shirt guaranteed on race day, order or sign up by,
Yeah.
and then we could do the other ones where they could like pick them up. Yeah, I was looking at the logo. The only thing that I was thinking that's not on the logo, now that I looked at it with more, is that it doesn't say Estacada. Well, it does say Estacada, presented by Estacada Parks and Recreation up there. What do you guys think? Do you want it color or black and white?
I mean, if we have the option for color, I mean, it's like if we do end up doing a heat press and all we can do is with heat press, doesn't matter what you put on there, if it's color or not. Then we may as well go for color. Maybe do the lettering in color as well. To go with something that we'll figure out what color shirt we want and then do pick a color that goes with that.
We should probably decide that now then, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's why I was looking at I'm looking at the colors in the shirt.
Like if you did like a blue shirt with green lettering and that
Yeah.
design, that'd probably look pretty
Maybe
good.
like the sky.
Mm-hmm. Does your person have, like, I know when we ordered before, we had like a certain website where all the colors were listed.
She probably does. I
Because
can,
then we can make sure that we, like, if you wanted to ask her and then like this week, we could pick for sure which color it is.
yeah.
Um,
so then I guess we just need to talk about day of event and when we need to be there and yeah, I know, Stephen, you're the race master. The rest of
Yeah,
us kind of just supporting you.
I was gonna get out there at like no later than 10 a.m. to mark the course. And then
So last year did we close the one road?
no, we didn't close any roads. We put up cones.
Okay, I
We
don't
had-
remember.
Yeah, we had cones in the intersections. We had people
People,
standing there
that's
to make
right.
sure that if a car was coming,
Yeah.
we could wave people through.
We need to figure that all out too. And we just got the cones from the city, from here, right?
Yeah, and then we also had those like the sandwich boards from the city. I forget what. And then I just went and bought a bunch of poster board and just like drew arrows on it. It was just like this way. We could do something a little more marginally more sophisticated this time. Maybe cut arrows out of the boards instead of just drawing on them.
So we need.
Now I know exactly where to position this one sign to keep people from taking the wrong way.
So I'm trying to remember, we had Vincent and his family helped. I was there,
Chris and I
both
were
of you
there.
were there. You were there. And we had quite a few people because of all the intersections.
And I would like to run the race this time.
Okay,
So, yeah, I realized last time I was like, I sent everyone off. And I was like, I could have just ran. I could have
Could've
I
ran.
could have handed this off to
yeah,
someone else and
could
like,
have started it and then ran.
the cross country series out here, the guy who runs it, he goes out and announces it, and then he hands the speaker to someone that just does a countdown, and then he runs it every race. It's like, should have done that.
So as far as me being there, I know that this is when softball is then started, and I do not know yet what that schedule looks like, but as long as there's not softball game, then I will be there.
Okay.
And same with my husband, usually helps out at those things too, as long as he's not working. But that I don't know yet.
Yeah, and so I'll plan to be there. I might be able to have my wife help. And if you want, I can just go ahead and pick up the cones and everything and get them in the back of my truck and get them there.
Okay.
And so you're gonna be there at 10 to kind of start lining things out. Do you want all the cones there that early as well?
Yeah, because I'm going to use all that stuff I'll be using to mark the course. I'll have my flags for grassy areas that are a little tricky,
Okay.
and then cones and stuff, and then also going back through and using chalk.
Did we send a notification to the neighborhood as well last year about it?
Good reminder. Yes, we did. And that was just something the city put out in the mail to them.
Can we do that again, Darren?
Well, now they're actually going to get a flyer in the mail this time, so they'll know. Okay, it's like, oh, by the way.
I think it's gonna be in the newspaper too.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
It's a lot better than last year when we had no promotion at all.
So it'll be the same course though, right? I have
Yeah.
the course map from last year.
Yeah, actually, that was one thing I was going to bring up is I can send that to you to put on the page. I think I might need I was thinking I'm going to reword a couple of things in there just to make it clearer.
Okay.
Because I went into a lot of, the map is all detailed and then the words are also detailed, but the words should just say it's just 2 loops around the park starting from here. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
And then Taryn, I know I texted you or emailed you about the waiver thing, and I don't know, sorry, we've had a lot going on. Are people able to print the waiver ahead of time, or do we need to have copies of it
So I have it on the website.
as an option for them to do ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
So we'll
we
need
probably want to
some.
print some.
yeah. And last time we had quite a few people that did print them ahead of time, but a lot of people that still needed them day of. So
Yeah.
even if I'm doing softball, I'll still be right there. So I can do like the clipboards and the pens for the waivers. And then someone will need to collect them, which if I'm there, I can do that too. And then Taryn, did those have a date on them? I don't think they did like the other one. So again, we can just print a bunch and then I can bring them back.
And I noticed, I was looking through your guys' stuff today, actually, and there's some big stacks of waivers from the previous races. I can grab,
Okay.
use those ones.
Yeah, because I know there's quite a few left from the trick or treat. I can't remember this one. And then these are what we gave the kids. Does anybody remember how many kids we had last time? It wasn't, I was gonna see how many of these are in here. Because we could still do these for the kiddos if we wanted to.
I feel like it was in the 15 to 20 range. Because I remember we had 30 something total and it was like 17 adults, I think.
So Taryn, if I pick up those cones, then I need to do that on Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday.
And then can you just make a note to have those waivers if we have those there and?
Yeah. And
Well,
you want it, all
I'll
the
just-
signs too?
yeah, I'll just pick up everything that belongs to Spring in the spring and have it in the truck and we'll use whatever we need then.
Okay.
Got it.
Brent, do you want to bring a table and a pop-up too?
Yeah.
For the waivers, okay.
Yeah.
Or we collect those. Do you guys want to give something to the kids again, like we did before? This is 20, I just counted. I think it was 28.
Yeah, we can
yeah.
get, and we can get some more of those too.
Okay, I'll look into that. Some sort of ribbon. for
I
kiddos.
think a lot of kids would wonder why they just did that if they didn't get something at the end.
Yes. Okay.
Do
So they
we
can-
need to have like a water station or should we get bananas or tangerines or something for after for anyone?
I
Um,
remember feeling that last
I
year that we
brought-
should have had water.
I brought
You
a 5-gallon
that.
thing of water and about half of it went, so it was worth bringing it. Also last year was really weird because remember it was like 72.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
warm.
It was like randomly in March, which is not impossible to happen again. So like I was like, oh, it's just a 5K and it's Oregon. No one's going to need like an actual aid station. And then it was like, actually, they could probably use one. Like,
Well, if you want to bring that for people that have water bottles, and I bought water for my Valentine's Day party at school and then I was sick. So I have like a case of water that I can bring too.
Okay.
That's just, so there would be those options. I'll write that on my list of what to bring. We could get more if you guys think we need, or we can see like how many people are registering, and if it's a whole lot of people, then we could maybe get more, but
yeah, I mean,
Right now.
the cupless thing's pretty normal now too. So everyone,
mhm.
I always bring those little collapsible cup. And you just like put on your thumb and then when you come in, just BYOC.
What else? Oh, are you gonna do the clock again? The timing?
Oh, yeah, I probably could. I mean, that was like $75, something like that. It wasn't too much.
That
Um,
was
Yeah,
cool.
that adds kind of a competitive professional edge to it all. I like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get in touch with Jeff about that.
Okay. I feel like that's good. The shirt thing though is the thing that I'm still, because that like takes time.
Yeah.
So as soon as you find out like the color, like we all want like a bluish color,
Mhm.
Yeah.
then we can look at it and pick a bluish color so
Right.
we can get that figured out. Is there anything else with that?
I think we got it.
Okay, check. All right, in the park planning, so we decided May 6th, 11 to 1. I emailed Deborah about partnering with us again, like the art commission did last year, and they are very much interested and have it on their agenda to talk about. And I know we have another kiddo who's interested and been talking to us about it. So I think I have all the stuff in my computer, Taryn. I'm sure you have it too, the art in the park, like the thing the kids fill out and all of that. So that's not until May 6th. So maybe like the next water bill, when would?
So, yeah, end of March, and then they'd get it beginning of April,
Okay,
a month before the event.
yeah. I think that's plenty of time. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
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 that'd be great.
okay, cool.
Um,
So we can get that in there and then I can share it with the school district too and get it sent out in the district email. Things that go out. I don't know what else. For that, we brought the tables last time, which we talked about again.
But then we
think-
bring,
And pop up.
yeah, we had pop-ups.
So we can do that again. That still, I feel like is. We have March meeting and April meeting, right?
Yes.
So we can talk about it at those ones, but does anybody have any questions or anything else about the art in the park thing?
No, I talked to some of the people from the art commission last week at the What's Up Estacada and
Mhm.
said the same thing, like, are you guys interested in helping with this? They seemed excited, but they have had some turnover. And so are you
Yeah.
gonna be the point person for contacting them or following up or?
Yeah, I already,
would
so I
just-
emailed
Okay.
Deborah and then she said she was gonna talk to them and I'm sure she'll email me back after she does. I know I went and looked at the art commission. I was like, oh.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But yeah. So I think like they did last year, they just had like a couple things that kids could do and it was really
Yeah.
fun. It
They
made it
said
really
they're gonna,
good.
they would do like the button making again and something else.
Very nice.
Yeah,
All right.
They babysat my daughter, basically.
Okay, art in the park. Check, and next month we'll just check in on it and I'll let you know what the Arts Commission said and
Mhm.
we'll make sure we get our flyer ready to go. Concerts in the park already. Which park are they gonna, which part of the park will they be in?
well, the goal is obviously to be at the new amphitheater. And hopefully they get some grass planted, so that's all able. So just, it's kind of the way it was last year. Rob Gaskell was the one that kind of puts this all together as far as the groups performing. Last year, I helped get the stage set up and get it closed down, but we don't need to do any of that this year. So it's probably just gonna be good on those dates. And I have 5 dates. I don't know if this got emailed to everybody.
No.
June 28th is the first one. That's the Casimir Effect. July 12th is the next one. It's called the CJ Mickens Band. Mickens, as in Mickens. It's July 12th. So July 26th is the Ray Gordon Band. She's a really good blues singer. And then on August 9th is Oh Brother. That's kind of they do a kind of an eclectic bunch of songs. That's actually the band that Rob Gaskell is in, some locals. And then August 23rd is Ellen White. And that'll be interesting to see the turnout for that, because Ellen White has been in our schools a few times through the, I think that was organized through the art commission. They brought Ellen White in and done some really cool stuff in the school. So we might have a good turnout even from the students for that. So all the concerts are from 7 to 9. And another thing last year that kind of developed in the last 3 concerts is there were some school groups, the cheer squad and the boys soccer team, that ended up selling hot dogs and hamburgers, and I think they did really well. So it would be good once we get closer to that somebody, because I won't be on the board then, somebody should reach out. And I can just send Vincent the contact information for the people that organize that. And again, we don't need to do anything. They just set up and cook hamburgers and make money. And then the city just pays for this. It actually comes out of our budget. Yeah, so I don't know what to say about that. That's all been confirmed by Melanie as far as the amounts of money. So I think we're good to go.
All right, super. That's exciting. That makes it feel like summer's close.
Yeah.
And Brent, my girls are here, so when you said the Casimir effect, they went,
Yes, all right.
yes. They love that one. All right. Quest Takeda update.
I've been slammed with work, but we do have, I think I found a decent way to organize everything as I looked through the list. Right now I have, like walk, run, ride, kind of like the main easy ones where it's just kind of like routes and things you can do with that. Float, which would include rafting, paddleboarding, any kind of floating and rowing. And then harvest, I think is the one that made a lot of sense for doing like the U-picks, picking berries, fishing, looking for mushrooms, rock collecting, anything like that, it's just. And then play goes to the parks, disc golf, skate park, anything in that category. Explore would kind of point towards the things like murals, geocaching, finding all this history plaques, which was actually like the original impetus for this whole thing. And then just like interesting sites. And then I need a better title for this, but it was just basically things that are like just trail related things. So just like horse, like possibly horse mountain bike hiking, because you can't really do that. Everything that's on this, I wanted it to be something where it's like it usually starts from here. And because even with like rafting or disc golf or anything like that, it's like it's still a place where people usually meet up here. Whereas like some of these things that are more like trail related don't really happen right here. So yeah, we'll see on those ones if it makes sense.
I like the harvest category. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's a neat one. That was creative to put that way.
Astronomy was part of Explore as well.
What do you need from us, Stephen?
So I guess I'll make another doc that basically I'm gonna just reformat this where it's kind of like, here are the categories, and then it's like, here are examples of the activities in those. And then the thing to do will basically be like, now let's just fill in what are the actual activities that we want to like the specific activities around each one, and just kind of probably just like a spreadsheet, fill it in, and then I'll turn that into the data for the site. Just get like some pictures, write a little copy for each one, and
Right. Goal setting.
Hey, Gina, I would recommend wait until Vincent's back
That's what I was gonna suggest.
to set goals. And yeah, I think it's just for the committee to kind of think about, are these all the activities we want to make happen every year? If there's any other goals that go in there. And then even with the budget, here's an honest confession. I didn't even pay attention to the budget last year. I know we kind of created a dollar amount and put in it. And I would have to ask Taryn if we stayed within that budget. And if we did, then kind of just going with the same budget seems to make sense. If we didn't, obviously we would need to increase it a little bit.
Yeah, I pulled it up anticipating this question. I should have sent it to you guys, but I got busy. So you asked for 12,000, and right now you have $6,275 left.
Oh, we need to buy some bananas and some water for that run.
that's right.
Yes.
And
So I
ribbons.
think that existing budget then should work really well for the future, at least this next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I know the city council needs that soon to start planning their overall budget.
when does it go through? When is it
Sadie wants the budget number by next meeting.
okay, but like the dates of like our budget, it's not,
July 1st through June
Okay,
30th.
okay,
So it doesn't start until July 1st. It's next budget year.
okay. Because we do, 'cause I was just thinking what else we use money for, because we do use some money, like the art in the park. I don't remember if we did that last time, though. We didn't. The one year we like bought pizza, like we could like buy some snacks and stuff for the kids that are doing it. I
Right.
think would be good. We did that before. But we can definitely, I think, get some more water and something for that run.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we had that much
Yeah,
money,
I-
and I'll get more.
Yeah, or in. Yeah, even if it's something a little bit more than that for like food wise.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then even the concerts, 4 of those are gonna be in next year's budget. So you only have 1 concert that's gonna come out of this budget. Not that we just want to go out and randomly spend a bunch of money, but
no,
certainly spend the money we need to make these things well, and well received. That'd be good.
yeah, I always try to be conservative. Like when I buy those medals and things for the fall run, I'm always like, oh my gosh, it's so much money. I didn't realize I don't know, I didn't think about it.
Oh, we could do
We could-
bananas and grilled cheese sandwiches.
Invite the grilled cheese truck to
Yeah,
come.
that's right.
Also, I wanted to ask you just something to think about for the concerts. I got a lot of inquiries last year about vendors. And at first we were saying no vendors, and then it kind of started to let them in. And so something for you guys to think about if you want vendors, if we want to charge a fee to be there and kind of recoup some costs. Yeah, give us direction what you guys want to do.
Were like the food carts asking and stuff or more?
Like the kettle corn people were there. There was some like business owners, like a realty person wanted to just have a booth there and hand out their swag. I don't know, just random things like that. But we probably got a handful of people that wanted to set up a booth, so.
Yeah, just to comment on that, if I could, I think vendors are fine. I think, kind of add a little more excitement to those things sometimes. What we tried to avoid last year, because I kind of wear a Chamber of Commerce hat as well, is having for-profit vendors for-profit food vendors, because that kind of then distracts from the downtown for-profit food vendors. So that's why we just went with those nonprofit, the sports teams. And I think that was adequate for the food. And of course, the kettle corn, they don't really compete with anybody. Last year, we also had a gal that was doing those little tattoo sort of things. I don't know what they call that, but some of the kids were having tattoos on their hands and arms and a little bit of face painting, that sort of thing. Which again, the kids really loved for that.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff seems appropriate for the event. That actually adds to it. The having someone advertise real estate to people who are going to a concert. It's like, maybe you want to be more festive, maybe you want to eat something, maybe you want something to drink. I don't know necessarily that you go to a concert to buy
Commercials.
property or
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something
Enhance
that
experience.
Taryn, as those requests come in, you just let the committee know and they can kind of decide which ones are appropriate.
Okay.
All right. So we need to wait for Vincent to actually approve the budget, right? Or should,
It's up to you. I mean, you have a quorum, so you could decide on it, or you can wait. She doesn't need it until definitely next meeting, so,
but
so it can wait.
what do you guys think? I'm sure he'll say it's fine. Not
Could
good.
we have a budget emailed to us so that we could see what it actually includes before we're like, sure, whatever was last year, so we actually reviewed
Yeah,
it?
just what I've kept track of
Yeah,
expenses. Yep.
yeah, and then we could talk about it next month to see if anything needs to be added or detracted.
Yeah.
I don't think we really need to ask like way over if we're
I'll
not using that much.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Sadie likes to, she might come and maybe talk to you a little bit about it. I know it's best to try and even out and sometimes recoup costs, so it's
Mhm.
not like all going out, nothing coming in, but auditor likes to see that. But I'll send that right now, so you have it.
Super. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, so I won't be, well, maybe I'll be in that budget discussion. I guess my perspective on charging for things to try to recoup costs, we're a city commission and the city members pay taxes for parks. And so it seems to me like if we can do these things, so we're not charging people for them and let the city handle that, that would be my preference. But it's up to you guys ultimately how that goes. But I know I'm not a number cruncher. And Gina, I'm not like you, I'm not real conservative, so there's balance. You guys can take it from there.
That's funny. Brent always was, I was like, should I get more medals? Yeah, get more medals. Go ahead. Like, okay. All right. I totally missed the citizens' concerns and comments, but the only people sitting here were Haley and Aubrey, and I don't think they have any concern.
Do you have
Do you have
any
any
comments?
concerns? No, no
Are you
comment.
excited about the Casimir effect on June 28th?
There we go. And there's no one else online. Do we have anything else that we need to talk about? All right, so I guess if you email us the shirt color situation and we'll get that figured out.
Yeah, I'll get in touch with her right away.
Okay. And then I'll work on the art in the park flyer stuff so that we can have it. When do you need to have it by, did you say? March? The end of March, like March 20th? Okay. I can do that.
For the sprint into spring, what time are we all wanting to meet? You're setting up like at 10. Do you want everyone down there at 10?
No, because I'm just doing that for the course marking. So
Okay, so that-
I have to do like I bring my bike down with the trailer
Right,
and then
and
I
do the
I do a
loop.
couple laps around the whole
What
thing.
time do we want to convene to make sure things are set up or ready?
Probably, I mean, if it starts at 2, probably like noon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And if anything goes weird, we have time and if everything goes smoothly, you can get lunch.
Okay. And I'll look into. Now thinking about that, we actually do have money and it is a 5K, so water and maybe like.
Cheese station.
Are you gonna make the grilled cheese?
No, of course not. I mean, I make best grilled cheese ever, but
Like some bar, like, I don't know.
Granola bars,
Protein
bananas,
bar,
and
yeah.
there's clementine, something that's
Yes.
easy to grab.
Yes. Like, yes, bananas or oranges. And like some sort of bar from Costco that comes in a large
grilled cheese cut
quantity.
in half, just something simple, quick.
Do you have an idea? The granola bars? Mm-hmm. I can look into that. And get that. All right. I'll take care of snacks. Perfect. And ribbons for the little guys. All right. I think we're good. You're good? All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You
I think
too.
I think you do the hammer.
So